Like, wait. I think what happens is like, yeah, actually no. I think what happens is like you put your order in and then they're like, oh, it'll be whatever, and then it's we're gonna do the thin huckleberry and the strawberry tart.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, and then we can just
Yeah.
Okay, so you can add the longanisa, egg and cheese to that, and then lumpia.
So apparently we order at the pastry counter, which is right here, and then we place our order for our food.
I was like, girl, put your clothes
That's the menu right there.
No, but
And
I was
then
like, put your clothes away, lady.
Order everything and then pay for it right there.
Okay.
Very interesting. All right, and then there's the Filipino flag right there. This is the drink menu. It's really interesting.
15-20 minutes. And I have a phone number to add you out to the waitlist.
Very interesting drinks, actually. And they actually also serve cocktails.
So you can order everything with me right now.
And are you still serving
And the kitchen's right there. It's a very, very busy place. Oh, and they have a grill. I'm really excited to be here. So I'm with my niece Erin. Erin and I did a review before together of Russian tea time. Yeah, and so it's our second one, and we are in Chicago again at a restaurant called Kasama, and it is on Augusta and Winchester, in like what is it, West Town, right? Is what is the neighborhood called?
Ukrainian Village?
Ukrainian Village, yeah. So.
We're gonna get you over to the left table.
And it's the first restaurant first Filipino restaurant in the United States to win
Ready for Joe.
a
To your left at table 10.
to win a Michelin star. This is the inside looks like, and we have a full bar. Actually, we have like a whiskey night here as well. And this is the entire restaurant. There's another side over there too. It's really cool. It's like they have bar seating. Erin got the what? What did you?
Iced black sesame latte with oat milk.
Okay, I gotta try it.
Oh, it's like thick at the bottom.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like a latte.
It's like ordinary latte,
Yeah, like an ordinary latte.
but it's what again? Black.
Sesame, which I don't know how much black sesame would have a big flavor.
Interesting. Like a toasted black sesame in a latte. That's
Yeah, look, it's like
yeah. It's just like
almost
it's
looks
like
like
ground.
a cookies and cream, or like there's coffee grounds in it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
Alright.
it tastes like a normal latte.
And I wasn't feeling adventurous. I just got like a regular iced tea. And yeah, waiting for the food. Okay, so this is I got their chicken adobo, and this is what it looks like. And we also got lumpia, and then Erin got the tocino, longanisa, and egg breakfast. This is a typical Filipino breakfast right there.
Yum.
And yeah, so we're gonna try all this. And then we are at Kasama in Chicago, the first Filipino restaurant to win a Michelin star. Very excited to be here and try this food. So the interesting thing about this dish, the tocino and longanisa come served with fresh cilantro, which is not very at all common in the Filipino, the way it's served typically in Filipino restaurants. So very unique approach to it. It's different, and the longanisa is actually very fresh. I wonder if it's homemade here. They make it here, but
They probably would need to make it.
yeah, the way it is, the way it tastes is very fresh.
It's so good.
And the lumpia, of course, can't go wrong with lumpia. The chicken adobo is very unique as well. It's not at all the saucy chicken adobo that a lot of Filipinos would be familiar with, and it's more of a thicker sauce to it, and served with scallions. Very unique approach to it. I would think that this is the reason why it received a Michelin star, because its approach to Filipino cuisine is a lot more less traditional and more unique than most Filipino restaurants have approached Filipino cuisine here in the United States. So Erin has a really interesting take on the chicken adobo. What do you think of it?
I think it's an excellent chicken dish. For me, it's not adobo.
Exactly.
I love adobo having like a vinegary soy sauce, like punch you in the face with lots of flavor. This has a lot of flavor, but it's not reminiscent of like the adobos that I've made or had my mom make or like Lala's made.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe it's like a different region that I'm not familiar with and that's how they make it, but it's delicious. Don't get me wrong.
No, it doesn't have the traditional adobo taste
Yeah,
to it.
it's almost too sweet.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost too sweet.
You are right. It is that has more the sweetness to it than the vinegary, the tangy taste of vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still good. So my personal take on the chicken adobo is that it is so not traditionally Filipino. It's definitely not what Filipino would expect to be a chicken adobo. So if somebody who's never had chicken adobo before comes here first and has the chicken adobo and then goes to a Filipino restaurant ordering the same thing, it's going to taste completely different. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Because being the most iconic Filipino dish, I kind of like wondering if that is actually going to work. Yeah. So it's kind of like an interesting tip. All right, some parting words on Kasama. We went there for lunch, and I actually asked somebody, one of the people right next to us is Filipino, asked him, what he thought of the lunch, and he asked him what he thought of versus what a turo-turo, which is a typical Filipino restaurant where it's a lot of foods that you can, already cooked foods, and you just order what you want and you just take it home or you can sit down. And he said turo-turo. But, so I'm thinking that Kasama achieved its Michelin star rating through its dinner menu, which is a tasting menu, right?
Yeah.
It's a very expensive tasting menu, and it's very hard to get in. Erin was saying about how she's tried.
I've tried a few times. I've had friends come visit from New York and we want to go check out Kasama for dinner, and it's just not available. There is a way where you can get notified. You can say notify me if availability comes up, but with this trip, I've been notified twice now, and as soon as I open the email, which I don't get it, I don't read it right away, it's already taken. There's no availability, so.
Yeah, so
keep trying.
this is a very hard place to get into, especially for dinner. So I'm thinking that's where they achieve their Michelin star rating, and but it is still a very good place to go. I do warn though that if it's first time trying Filipino food, you may not come across as,
Stick to the tocino and the longanisa.
Yeah, because
You want
definitely.
authentic sort of flavors.
Yeah, because it doesn't really, the authenticity is really is questionable.
Yeah.
For Filipinos especially, it's not the same as what we are used to eating. So again, we are in Kasama at Augusta Boulevard and Winchester, the first Filipino restaurant to win a Michelin star rating here in the United States. Very happy to get a chance to eat there, and if you ever get a chance, do try it. It was still very good, but not to be expected as a traditional Filipino cuisine. Thanks for watching.